Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott, I'm the Emperor of Stomaria, and today I want to talk about what Stomaria's plans are for our social media accounts. The first thing I'd like to say is that this will actually be the last video we do using this setup, because me, Eleanor and Samantha are actually moving home. And yeah, so this will be the last video we do here. I dare not turn the camera around and show you the state of the living room. As you can imagine, things have been moved around a lot and packed up and lost. Yeah, so this will be the last video that we do using this setup. Future videos, I don't know, we'll have to see what the setup's like in the new place. Whether or not it'll still include this plant here, or the mirror, or the chair, or if it'll just be an entirely new setup. I'd like to get the flag in more often, you know, I want the flag stood here. So maybe that's something that will get featured at some point. But this will be the last video that we do here. So this is a very sad occasion, I think, for a lot of people who have gotten used to this little cozy setup that we have, but we'll persevere together. So, what are our plans for our social media accounts? Now, the social media platforms that we are on are Facebook and obviously YouTube. And these are the only two social media platforms that we've actually utilized in any formal capacity since our inception. So we started off on Facebook, and we grew and expanded that Facebook page, and it now has over 5,000 likes and stands as one of the largest Facebook pages in the Micronational community, which we're very proud of. There are some issues that we've been having with that, but I'll get onto that in a moment. The other platform that we're on, again, is obviously YouTube, where we now have over 1,200 subscribers, and which is, in addition to the number of watch hours that we've had over the past year, has allowed us to monetize our YouTube channel. And so we have been using YouTube a lot more. A lot of our supporters, I think, will know this, because there is just more financial incentive, I suppose, to use this platform rather than Facebook. And so I just wanted to go over what exactly our plans are for our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Because the issue that we've had with our Facebook page lately, and I'm talking the last 3 to 6 months, is that since our focus has shifted more and more over to the YouTube channel, in getting as many videos out as we can, detailing, you know, what we stand for and how to start a Micronation and all those sorts of videos, in an effort to get monetized. And now that we are monetized, we are continuing to post videos so we can generate ad revenue. In our effort to do that, the Facebook page has been somewhat neglected, because obviously initially it was our primary method of communicating with our supporters. It's now died a very slow death, I'm sad to say. And this, ironically, is because of the YouTube channel, but not for the reasons you might think. So I didn't actually know this until a few weeks ago, although I was always very curious as to why this was happening. But Facebook and YouTube really don't get along, apparently. And so every time we posted a YouTube video, uploaded it onto our channel, we would share it on our Facebook page. And I was always quite surprised because prior to posting YouTube videos more regularly on our Facebook page, the number of people that we reached on our Facebook page was very rarely less than 1,000 to 2,000 people out of the 5,000 or so followers we have. It was a very good rate of return. We had a lot of interactions, a lot of comments, a lot of likes. You only have to go to our Facebook page and see some of the photos and the comments and some of the posts that we made. And there's some that are 150 likes and 20 comments and all the rest of it. But for some reason, our YouTube videos that we shared on our Facebook page, they never got any kind of traction. I mean, very, very, very rarely got any sort of interaction whatsoever. And I wasn't quite sure why this was. I mean, some of the videos that we, literally, the videos that we posted over the last 3 or 4 weeks, if you actually go onto our Facebook page and look, I mean, you won't see them ourselves, but you'll see the number of interactions, which is virtually 0. But the number of people that these posts are reaching is literally 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 people if I'm very, very lucky. And apparently this is something that Facebook does deliberately because obviously they don't want you clicking off of their website. So if you post a link to your YouTube video on the Facebook page, Facebook just won't show your fan base, which I think is a bit mean, frankly. But it is obviously a private enterprise. They can set their algorithm to do whatever they want to do. The issue, though, is a lot deeper than that. It's because although it's Facebook or Facebook's algorithm that's stopping people from seeing the videos that we post, and so people aren't interacting with them, Facebook doesn't care. Facebook sees that we're posting loads of video content or just posts in general, and they're not getting any kind of traction. So in Facebook's eyes, as far as the Facebook algorithm is concerned, we're not a very popular channel, and so they stop showing our supporters, our fans, our followers, the people who like the page, they stop showing them other content as well. So when we do post photos, or we do post just generic text posts, even those now are getting very little traction because Facebook has decided that because we're not gaining any traction on the content that we posted regarding our YouTube videos, that more and more people are being denied the opportunity to see our other posts as well, even though that it is Facebook that is causing that problem in the first place. It's a bit of a weird one. We are going to keep posting videos on our Facebook page until the end of this year at least, and we probably will still post them over the course of 2022 onwards as well. But over the next few weeks, I'm going to be revamping a lot of our old designs, our old, we call them quote images, some of the Green Initiative campaign images. We're going to have a new banner photo. I'm going to get some new designs put together. And we're going to effectively relaunch the Facebook page to give it a bit more meaning. So we're going to be posting a lot more regularly in terms of photos and actual content. Because, I mean, part of this is my fault in that I have neglected the Facebook page for quite some time because I am just so focused on making YouTube videos because that is where we're going to be successful. I mean, you can monetize Facebook pages, but it's a lot more arduous, I think. There's a lot more thresholds to reach from what I remember. And monetizing it isn't something we're particularly interested in. We're not something we're looking to do. But nonetheless, my plan for 2022, if we can, if I have the funds available, I will dedicate additional finances to advertising our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Because that is how, in particular with Facebook page, that's how we got to where we are. We had a paid advertising to reach as many people as possible, primarily people in the British Isles, to reach as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, to get the ball rolling. And that's why we had a lot of content, we had a lot of interest, but by the time we actually got to recruiting citizens, by the time we actually got to setting up our Patreon campaign, the Facebook page had already started its massive decline in terms of interactions, in terms of Facebook showing our content to our supporters, our followers. So a lot of people probably don't even know that we exist anymore. And this is something that I want to change. I want to, like I said, I want to relaunch the Facebook page. I want to make it bigger. I want to make it better. And if maybe we can get that 10,000 like mark, that will be a significant achievement. So we'll look towards doing that. But if you're not already aware, we are on Facebook, and we do, even though we have very few interactions on it, have one of the largest Facebook pages within the Micronational community. I think I can think of 2 or 3 more pages that have more likes or followers than us. I mean, it's not major bragging rights or anything, but it is a little. It is something to talk about. It's something to mention, because it's something that we are proud of being able to say that we have attracted that kind of following on social media on our Facebook page. So that's what we're going to be doing with our Facebook page. The YouTube channel has been doing quite well as well. I mean, it's been doing quite well since it was monetized. I have noticed that the number of views has trickled off slightly. The number of watch hours has trickled off slightly. I don't know if that is because of the monetization of the YouTube channel. I don't know if YouTube doesn't promote it as often, or the YouTube algorithm doesn't promote it as often. I honestly don't know how it works. I have noticed it just trickling down ever so slightly, but we are still retaining, over the course of a week or two since posting a video, it'll normally attract somewhere between 150 and 250 views. It'll attract, a decent amount of likes, sometimes 10, 15, 20, 30 likes. But oddly enough, our videos on YouTube, some of the most popular videos that we have on a week-to-week basis, are videos that I posted months ago, and this is almost exclusively the How to Make a Micronation series. I mean, the 2 most popular are the How to Start a Micronation name video and How to Start a Micronation war video. I don't know why the war one is so popular. I suspect because a lot of people are probably searching up Micronational war to see if there are any Micronations actually engaged in war. I don't know. They'll be disappointed if that's what they think they're going to find on my video. But those sorts of videos are the most popular, even compared to some of the videos that we post more recently. But everything's going well with that. In terms of the ad revenue that we have generated, we've now raised a little under £30, which is pretty good. I don't know what that is in dollars. It's what, $40, give or take? And that's after, when did we launch it? About 6 weeks, give or take. So it's probably a little bit more than I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting maybe about £15-20. So it is on the higher side of what we were expecting, which is good. Especially considering the last sort of 2 weeks I haven't been able to post that many videos because I've not been feeling very well, and we've had the move and various other things in family life that sometimes gets in the way, or certainly requires attention prior to making YouTube videos for your Micronation. But don't worry, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But the plan for the YouTube channel is very much to continue what we're doing, because I think a lot of people do enjoy the content that we put out. We are one of the largest YouTube channels in the Micronational community. There are, again, probably 3 or 4 that I can think of that are actually larger than Stomaria's. We are still quite new in terms of when we actually started to get the ball rolling with the YouTube channel. We set it up in 2020, but we really didn't use it for all that much until this year, in about June 2021. I mean, I think between June 2020 and June 2021, we maybe posted 6 or 7 videos, I think, off the top of my head. But now we posted closer to 50. So over 40 videos, I think, or around 40 videos have been posted in the last 6 months, compared to a year where we only posted about 6 or 7. So we have been using it a lot more, and that has obviously contributed to a more rapid growth, which is, again, great to see. And hopefully that trend will continue. Hopefully we'll get the 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 subscriber mark in time, get more views, get more watch hours, generate additional ad revenue, and that will become something far more substantial. I mean, just going off, if we can raise somewhere between £20 and £30 a month now, based on what we have, if we're 10 times larger, who knows, it might end up earning £200 or £300 a month for Stomaria, which will go towards our land purchase or additional land purchases, which will be great. So yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to cover on our formal, where we are on social media more formally and officially. We obviously do have, I am certainly active in a private capacity on Discord or Reddit, but Stomaria itself doesn't have a subreddit, Stomaria doesn't have a Discord, and I don't really have any intention of delving into those. I mean, I don't really see the need to necessarily. It might be something we do, I don't rule that out entirely, but I'd much rather focus on building what we already have. I tend to find that deviating into too many different areas normally means that you're missing the mark in a lot of respects. I mean, there's obviously some people on Twitter who aren't on Facebook, and there's some people on YouTube that aren't on Reddit or whatever else, but it's a case for me that I like to keep everything quite neat and tidy, and having Facebook to post photos and posts to our supporters, and using YouTube almost exclusively as a way of promoting our videos that we make, that is the sort of setup that I quite like, and unless something drastic changes, or if I think that change is necessary, that is how we're going to keep it. But in terms of our or my activities on Discord and Reddit, I mean, there's not really much to report. On Reddit, on r/Micronations, is one of the subreddits that I'm a part of. I share Stomarian content that we post on our social media platform, on the posts and videos that we make on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, where we are present, I do share on Reddit, and again, they're often very, very well received. In fact, the top posts of all time on r/Micronations, it's about 12 years old, and some of the most popular posts in its history are Stomarian. I mean, if you go and, it's no great secret, you can go and check it out yourselves. You can select top posts of all time, and then there'll be two types of posts. There'll be memes and Stomaria, and that is basically the general rule. So we are quite popular over on Reddit, which is good, I suppose, but I don't really post there or read the content there of other Micronations, because it's normally a bit of a hotbed of drama, so I don't normally sort of engage in conversations with people there, or read or even see a lot of the posts that there's posted there, because it's just, it doesn't really interest me about the latest Micronational war or the latest trade embargo, or guess what, we've designed a new flag. Yeah, it's just not of any interest to me, really. If Micronations there want to see what Stomaria is doing and want to get in contact with us, there is plenty of opportunity to do so by email, through Facebook, through YouTube, through even on by contacting me privately on Reddit itself. So I don't really see a need to bother keeping up with the latest Micronational drama in those sorts of circles. On Discord, I'm part of a couple of groups, a couple of Discord channels, are they? I guess show my understanding of Discord. But again, we don't have a Discord channel ourselves. It's just a way of saying we are a Micronation and we are also here. So it's Micro Wiki Discord that we're on, the Empire of Eternia's Discord that we're on, and a couple of others, names of which escape me. But we're on a couple of channels, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to report on those fronts. We don't really post especially regularly or particularly often, and we don't really engage with the community in a major way, or I don't particularly engage in the community in a major way, because there isn't often something that's worth discussing. A lot like Reddit, I suppose. Oh, I said that's not fair. It's a lot less drama on Discord than on Reddit, I find, but again, a lot of the content just doesn't interest me. Because a lot of the Micronations on there are striving to do things that aren't the least bit relevant to Stomaria. It doesn't align with Stomaria's goals or its intentions. It's not the same kind of Micronation as Stomaria. And Reddit, like Discord, I think have a common issue in that it is really easy to be anonymous. I mean, so you might have conversations with accounts that, you don't know the person. Whereas on Facebook and to a lesser degree YouTube, but certainly on places like Facebook, you can normally tell quite easily who someone is, if they're an old account or not. You know, they have their real name, they have their photo, they have maybe family holiday pictures or something on their profile or something, I don't know. But you can tell they're genuine people and when they talk to you, there is a genuine investment in the sense that, unlike Reddit or Discord or something, they're not going to spam you repeatedly and then, anonymously, so you don't know who it is, and then just delete their account. You don't get that as often as you do on platforms like Facebook, because a lot more has to go into actually setting up the profile, and again, unless you're being quite dedicated to creating a fake profile for yourself, catfishing I think they call it, then it's just a bit of a safer platform and a bit more reliable platform in terms of engaging with genuine people. But yeah, I think I've gone way beyond what I initially wanted to discuss. I just wanted to sort of have a little chat with you guys, I suppose, just before the final move. I am basically rambling now because I don't want to start packing again, but I suppose I'll have to in a moment. So, with that in mind, if you wanted to become involved in Stomaria, if you wanted to help promote our values and objectives on social media, if you wanted to become involved directly as a Stomarian citizen, then please feel free to become a Stomarian citizen through our Patreon campaign, the link of which I shall leave in the description below as always. But otherwise, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.